Welcome to Billingsley Cider Orchard here in Stevensville, Montana. As we're walking down the road, these are Frecon Rouge. This is a French bittersweet apple. We blend this in with Western Cider's Hues Rouge. Yeah, you know, it originates from France and now grows here in Montana, and we have found that this variety really grows to perfection here. We currently grow 50 some odd different varieties here. You know, a lot of them were experiment. You know, initially we didn't know which varieties were going to grow well in Montana. A lot of them originated from, you know, the eastern part of the country or England or France, and now we even have some Spanish varieties we grow here, cider specific apples. So, you know, initially it was a real experiment. And some of them definitely do not grow well here, and we have since ripped those out or grafted them over to varieties like this Frecon Rouge and the Hues Virginia Crab. The weak don't make it, but the ones that do really produce superior quality fruit and therefore translate to making exceptional cider. People are always blown away by the overwhelming flavors and aromatics that we get. You know, maybe because the trees have to struggle a little bit and it's a little bit harder environment for them. The intense hot days and the cool nights we have, they really produce higher tannin levels, higher sugar levels, and a lot more aromatics than the same cultivar grown in Washington, for instance. So we're really lucky to have found, you know, some of these varieties and finding little gems, you know, that really make amazing cider. What do you say we go to Western Cider in Missoula now and taste some cider made out of these apples? Welcome to Western Cider in Missoula, Montana. We sit along the Clark Fork River right on the edge of downtown. And this morning we are bottling up my personal favorite, the Hues Rouge, which is a 50-50 blend of Hues Virginia Crab and the Frecon Rouge apple. It's a very tannic, bold, chewy cider. And then later this afternoon, we're going to be bottling our McIntosh, which is our award-winning cider made from McIntosh apples from the Bitterroot Valley. We chose to make a single variety McIntosh cider. For one, because that's predominantly what we grow in the Bitterroot Valley is McIntosh. It's just the perfect balance of, you know, that wonderful aromatic and a really nice acidity that just holds up on its own. In some of these really old orchards that are neglected and aren't irrigated or fertilized, you actually get some tannin in the skins of the apple, and took home the gold medal, and then it went on to win the overall cup best in show at the event. And ever since then, you know, all the cider makers in the Northwest have really taken notice of what a McIntosh apple can do. People were blown away that was made with 100% McIntosh. They thought we were full of it, and that, you know, that there's no way that that's McIntosh, because they were used to eating and tasting and making cider with McIntosh that's commercially grown in Washington and Oregon, and it's just not the same apple. And so it just makes an exceptional cider. And certain ciders don't require much aging, and other ones need a year, sometimes 2 years before they're ready. So those are sitting either in tank or in barrel for different lengths of time so that we can then finish them throughout the year. I mean, we currently have 3 different ciders that we can, but in the tasting room here in Missoula, we always have 12 ciders on tap, and we make somewhere around 35 to 40 different ciders every year. So a lot of ciders that you can only come into the tasting room to get. We're distributed all across Montana. You can buy our cider online at westerncider.com.